Well, hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. Welcome back to the All Seasons on F1 2018. As you can see, yes, I did forget to give you the points last week, so we're now 29 points ahead of Sir Lewis Hamilton, as we now have to negotiate our contracts. And of course we are still in the fastest car, so we're not going to change. Now, as you can see, there we are, right out on top. So we're going to stay with Aston Martin Red Bull, even though Mercedes have more value to us if we go to them. But we're not going to, otherwise we will oust Lewis Hamilton and I'll get lots of complaints. Yes, lots of complaints. So we are going to just up a little bit on this contract, and hopefully it'll be okay as we now press the button and find out. And oh yes, we have. In fact, we've undersold ourselves a little bit, but that's okay. So we're with Red Bull for the next 4 rounds of the championship. As you can see from the vehicle performance comparison chart, there we are, right out on front, quite a bit ahead, in fact, of Mercedes AMG Petronas. But we're going to put even more parts onto the car to make sure that we stay right on top. Fantastic. Okay then, let's move on to the next round.
Welcome to the only figure of 8 track on the F1 calendar. We're here at Suzuka for qualifying today ahead of the Japanese Grand Prix.
So qualifying for the Hookster at Suzuka is always a nightmare because it's not a track that he enjoys, and we've got to be very, very careful because our gearbox is starting to give us a few problems. Anyway, at the moment we cross the line and we're in second place, just shy of 3/4 of a second behind Valtteri Bottas. As we accelerate forward now a little bit further into qualifying, you can see we've dropped down to 6th position. We're behind Sergio Perez, just ahead of Sebastian Vettel, and unfortunately our delta time is now off, so we're not going to improve on that, so it's still 6 at the moment. Anyway, it's time now to accelerate forward to a little bit later into qualifying. As you can see, 1 minute and 39 seconds left. We've got down to 7th place now, but we have improved this time on our deltas, so we should improve our position. Yes, we do. Wowzers me trousers. 3rd place now at the moment for the Hookster. So that's it then. Qualifying is now complete. We're in 3rd place. We crossed the line, and are we going to stay in 3rd or are we going to drop down? And the answer to that is going to be, oh, we stay in 3rd position. That's pretty decent. I'm happy with that. Well happy at Suzuka. So there you go then. 3rd place for the Hookster. 5th place for Daniel Ricciardo, our teammate. And 1st for Sir Lewis. Okay then. Let's do this.
And a very warm welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix, an event that has decided a Drivers' Championship 11 times over the years and has hosted some very memorable races as well. Who can forget Kimi Raikkonen's win from 17th on the grid in 2005, or Kamui Kobayashi's incredible drive to a podium in 2012. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and Murray completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Ricciardo, Kimi Raikkonen and Alonso, Vettel, Grosjean, Magnussen and Esteban Ocon, Hamilton, Van Dorn, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, Gasly, Hülkenberg, Brendan Hartley and Marcus Ericsson, Stroll and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So great news, we've actually qualified in 2nd position because Lulu's got a penalty as the 5 lights go out now on the All Seasons career mode, and we say go, 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 and it's away he goes. Well, pretty decent start from Hookster, but look at that, Sergio Perez rockets past him as we go into turn 1 now. Unfortunately at Suzuka, there is no opportunity as Daniel Ricciardo, his own teammate, trying to get past him. There's no opportunity for the Hookster to try and do a dive bomb, so he's just got to hold his ground and stay where he is at the moment. So he's down to 3rd place. He's lost 1 position at the start from Sergio Perez, but he is still ahead of his teammate. As you can see, they're just in the rearview mirrors. Daniel Ricciardo, but he slows down and Ricciardo goes past. Wow, wowzers, what happened there? I think he just cocked up going for the S's and he had to slow down and let his teammate go past. So he's down to 4th position now. He's got Fernando Alonso directly behind him, of course, in the McLaren car. Yes, the McLaren, but he's still holding his ground, as you can see, and doing so well, so well. He's got quite a big lead in the championship, but he's got to hold on to it because we've still got quite a few rounds left of the championship, 3 or 4, I do believe, as he comes around now. It's very, very tight left-hander, very, very tight indeed. Still chasing Daniel Ricciardo, his own teammate, who's currently in 3rd place. We've got green flags out there. What's going on? What's going on? I can't quite see. No, it's okay. So we continue on now. Still chasing our honey badger himself, Mr. Daniel Ricciardo. In the sister Red Bull, Fernando Alonso still behind us in the McLaren, but he is dropping back slightly as we now go down the hill and go into the gorgeous 130R section of this Grand Prix at Suzuka. It's quite possibly the best turn you could ever have because you just go flat out flat out chat out is what they used to say back in the day, and there he goes. Yes, look at that, no lift from the Hookster there, as he now has to brake very, very hard in this very, very tight chicane as he knocks over some of the bollards as well, still chasing Daniel Ricciardo in third position, Sergio Perez still in second place, and I think Bottas is in the lead. Yes, he has just crossed the lines. We now start lap 2 of this Grand Prix, still chasing Daniel Ricciardo as we accelerate forward now, still on lap 2, and oh my goodness, no, the Hookster's binned it. Oh, he's got contact with the car behind. That was Fernando Alonso, and he almost takes him out there, but he has dropped down behind Fernando Alonso now. I don't know what happened there. It looks like once again he cocked it up going for the S. He's just lost control for a moment there, and very, very nearly came close to binning it as we accelerate forward to lap 3. Lap 3, still holding on to 5th place at the moment. Fernando Alonso is still ahead. He's going to see if he can try and catch up to Fernando Alonso. Is he going to do some kind of dive bomb manoeuvre? Oh my goodness, oh Jesus Christ, no, oh bloody hell, when he's round, Hookster is round, he cocked it up completely, and Sergio Perez is parked off on the left-hand side of the circuit, but he rejoins now, and Hookster actually goes round the outside of Sergio Perez and gets the position back, but wowzers, big trousers, what an audacious overtaking move that was from Hookster, and he's down to 4th position now, 4th place. But he's got away with it, and it's unbelievable, but he's got no damage to his car whatsoever. Look at that, his wings are fine. Teflon wings on the front of that car, I do believe, for the Hookster, and he's fine on lap 4 of this Grand Prix. He's still holding on at the moment to 4th place ahead of Sergio Perez. Fernando Alonso has gone past, and he is well up the road, as you can just see from the mini-map. In 3rd place, chasing the car ahead of him, of course, he's going to be our teammate, Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger. Wowzers. Well, that was some real excitement for you there, as Maya Walker used to say. Some real excitement for you there. That was just totally audacious from Hookster. I don't think I've ever seen a move like that from him. He's just determined to try and win this championship by hook or by crook. He just sent it right in there. He just had no regard for the other drivers. He just sent it and hoped for the best. And it didn't quite work for him that time. He spun the car out. But he's okay, and he's continuing on still in 4th position at the moment, with Perez still behind. Tyres are getting a little bit worn now, 33% for the left rear. So it'll be soon time for him to come in for his pit stop as we now once again go down the hill into the 130R, still holding off Sergio Perez. Now at the end of this lap, he's going to come in, or is he going to continue on for a few more laps? We will find out as he just goes through the 130R section. And now we've got to brake hard once again for this very, very tight chicane. Now is he going to come into the pits this time, or is he going to carry on? And no, he makes his pit stop now on lap 4, just going to lap 5. So Hookster comes in for his one and only stop. We're going to change from, of course, the soft tyre onto the harder tyre. He's currently on the red sidewall tyre, so we change onto the yellows. It's a very fast pit stop from the lads, and tiny little bit of a hold there, but not too bad. 2.1 seconds from the lads, and we rejoin now in 19th position at the moment. No one else has stopped yet. Well, a couple have, but not many of the front runners. So it's okay as we rejoin the field now in 19th position for the Hookster. Wowzers, on lap 5 now. Yes, lap 5. As we now go through turn 1 once again. Now accelerate forward now, still on lap 5, just going down the hill once again to the 130R. We've got yellow flags ahead of us. Just look at the mini-map. I think a car may have come off the circuit. Just trying to have a look and see. Oh, there's a car slowing down ahead of us. Who is it? Oh, bloody hell, it's Valtteri Bottas. We almost ploughed straight into the back of Valtteri Bottas. He was parked right on the apex there, right in the middle of the circuit. I don't know why he didn't pull over it if he wasn't going very fast around the circuit, but there you go. That was very close indeed. But we're going past the pits now, and quite a few cars have come in for their pit stop, so we get past, and there's Sergio Perez. We've made the jump on Sergio Perez out of the pits, so we're up now into 9th position for Hookster on lap 6 as we accelerate forward now, still on lap 6, and the car ahead of us now is Brendan Hartley in the Toro Rosso. You know what I'm going to say now, don't you, lads? You know what I'm going to say now. Yes, that's right. So gay, so bloody gay. As we now go past the pits, more cars are coming now, and we're up into 3rd position on lap 7. Yes, 3rd place, still chasing Fernando Alonso, who's doing really well in that McLaren car. Don't forget, this, of course, this is 2018. Yes, 2018, when they still work very good. To accelerate forward now to lap 9. Lap 9, still holding on to 3rd place at the moment. So it looks like it could be a podium for Hookster, but not first. But that's okay as we accelerate forward to lap 11. Still holding on to 3rd place at the moment for the Hookster. Now, of course, where is Lewis Hamilton? We haven't seen him all race. We will find out at the end what happened to Lewis Hamilton. But at the moment, we're still holding on as we accelerate forward to lap 12. Just going into the last lap of the Grand Prix. We've got a yellow flag section on the mini-map just ahead of us. Oh, no! No, it's our teammate, Daniel Ricciardo. The Honey Badger is out of the Grand Prix. Disaster. There he is, parked onto the right-hand side of the circuit. So our teammate is out. That's going to affect our constructors, of course, but hopefully we can still stay ahead. So we now make... Oh, bloody hell, he's almost binned it again for the S's. I don't know what's going on here with the Hookster, but once again he almost spins it, and now it's the last lap and just the last dying seconds as we go for the 130R section. We have of course now made it up into second place because of Daniel Ricciardo's retirement, and Fernando Alonso has won the race. Absolutely fantastic. In the McLaren of 2018, Fernando Alonso has won the race, and we're going to cross the line in second place. Don't forget, of course, still ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Well done indeed. Fantastic. That was great. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Onto the podium, there they are. There's the Hookster, look at him, and there's Fernando Alonso. Wow, he looks well happy. And there's the team at McLaren. And Fernando, he just can't believe it. He can't believe it. I bloody won it, he says. I bloody won it. Fantastic. It's a champagne goes over everyone. There's Hookster. There's Hookster. Look at him. Look at him. Still sprightly. Just 39 years old. Yes, he is. Yes, 39 years old. And there's Zak Brown for McLaren in 2018. Fantastic. So let's have a look now at the final scores on the door. Second place with Hookster, and we're now 37 points clear of Lewis Hamilton. Yes, 37 points now. Teammate Daniel Ricciardo in third place, but he's 135 points behind. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. In the constructors, we're still in the lead. Fantastic. Let's move on then to the next Grand Prix. So there is the points gap at the moment, 37 points. And it's time to say adieu to Japan, and it's time to move on to the next Grand Prix. But before we do that, it's time to once again go out in one of those classic cars from yesteryear. This time, it's the McLaren from 1998. The all-conquering McLaren, of course, which just came out of the box with so much performance, it amazed everyone, including Williams, who were left at the middle of the field.
We're expecting qualifying to start any minute here in Austin, Texas, where drivers will be hoping to top the timesheets today and be ready for tomorrow's US Grand Prix.
So out for qualifying we go, and this is another circuit that is pretty meh for the Hookster. Yes, he does okay, but not really that well. So we're just about to come round now. Let's see what our qualifying time is at the moment. Oh, it's the fastest lap at the moment, but Grosjean was on fastest, so you can't really base that at the moment. But yes, at the moment we are in pole positions. We accelerate forward now a little bit later to qualifying. You can see we've dropped down to 8th place now. Kimi Raikkonen in 7th, but we are slightly up on the delta. Oh, I say slightly up on the delta time. Look at that. We have once again done our fastest lap. We seem to have a little bit of pace at this circuit as we accelerate forward now. That's the end of qualifying. Hamilton's got pole. We've dropped down to 2nd place at the moment, but can we improve on that as we cross the line? And yes, that is going to be a resounding no. It's 3rd position though for the race. That's still pretty decent, I have to say. Pretty decent indeed for the USA. So there you go then. 3rd place for Hookster, 5th place for Daniel Ricciardo, and 1st for Fernando Alonso. What on earth is going on with Fernando?
What fantastic enthusiasm we have for Formula One here in the United States of America. And it's an enthusiasm born from generations of memorable Grand Prix racing. Bruce McLaren took his maiden victory at Sebring way back in 1959, and John Watson's 1983 victory at Long Beach, well, that still holds the record for the lowest ever starting position for a race winner. Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Fernando Alonso has a good view of turn 1 from his pole position slot, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Murray, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo, and Vettel, Perez, Magnussen, Grosjean and Esteban Ocon, Leclerc, Van Dorn, Kimi Raikkonen and Ericsson, Hülkenberg, Hartley, Carlos Sainz and Pierre Gasly. Stroll and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay then, Hamilton just off to the left of us as the 5 lights go out now on the all season's clear mode. We say go, 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 and it's away he goes. Great start off the live Hookster, but Hamilton gets a rocket ship start, but we've got Bottas off the left hand side, but what is Hookster going to do? Oh, there's contact. Oh my goodness, he goes round. The Hookster has gone round. Unbelievable. There's more contact with his teammate, and he's lost his wing. He's lost some of his front wing. Absolute chaos at the start. The safety car luckily has been deployed, and the Hookster is trying to get back onto the track, and there's lots of cars trying to rejoin as well. Wowzers, what on earth happened there? I think there's just a tiny little bit of contact, I do believe, with the Ferrari, with Sebastian Vettel. But anyway, he's got to come in to get his wing changed, and the safety car is now out. We'll go to a replay now and see exactly what happened there with the Hookster. So here we are then. There's the replay of the start, and the Hookster's there right in the middle, and he just makes a little bit of contact with Sebastian Vettel, and he spins the car around, and that's absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. Here's the view from the Force India. There's the Hookster just off to the left side. Oh, look at that. Look, and there he goes. Round he goes, and there's bits of debris of wings everywhere, all over the circuit. Look at all that mess. Absolute disaster, and Hookster is trying desperately to get the car turned around. So here we go then, in for our pit stop. Unfortunately our teammate is in as well, so he must have incurred some damage. I think we've just hit the pit walls, we come in as well, but it doesn't really matter because our wing is damaged anyway. But unfortunately we're going to have to rack and stack. Yes, there he is, there's Daniel Ricciardo. Luckily this is dead time because the safety car is out, so it doesn't really matter how long it takes for our pit stop. If the safety car wasn't out, we'd be in real trouble right now as we now come in for a wing change. Look at that mechanic. Look how slow he is. Just walking out with that wing. He's like, oh, I'll be there in a minute, lads. I'll be there in a minute. As the wing now goes on, thankfully, yes. And as I say, this is still all dead time, so it's no problem whatsoever. As we now come out of the pits in plumb last, but we are going to catch up to the back of the safety car queue. And hopefully, now the other cars in front of us have stopped, so the advantage has been nullified. In fact, absolutely nullified by the fact that we had to come in for our pit stop after that humongous crash into turn 1. So anyway, there you go then. We are now behind the safety car, and it's almost time for safety car to come in with the other teammate, the Honey Badger. What's he trying to do? He's already trying to get past the Honey Badger already. Look at this, and he sort of gets out of the way of him. I do believe it's Daniel Ricciardo. It's up in the 19th place. Our next target is Lance Stroll. The race has now been resumed on lap 3, and it's pedal to the metal time for the Hookster. Let's see if he can get past as many of these cars as he can before they start to make their pit stops, because of course he'll be in the box seat for a good position at the end of the race. Is he now? Oh, he tried for a triple overtake, and he does do a triple overtake there. I think that's Gasly. Yes, Pierre Gasly in the Toro Rosso. He gets past as we accelerate forward down to lap 4. Lap 4, he's now chasing Carlos Sainz in the Renault ahead. He's got Kimi Raikkonen, I think one of the Force Indians ahead of him as well. Let's see if he does a dive into this turn. Oh, triple overtake once again. Triple overtake, yes. Wowzers, big trousers. This is absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable for Hookster. Up into 13th position now to accelerate forward lap 4. Lap 4, chasing Sergei Sorokin in the Williams car. I think he's just going to see the undercutting down the inside. Yes, he does. So up down to 12th place for Hookster, and Lewis Hamilton gets the fastest lap. So Lulu is out in the lead at the moment. I think we're going to warn him for a collision with Sorokin there, but I didn't see any sort of collision there at all. But anyway, we continue on. On lap 4 of this Grand Prix, we accelerate one on lap 5. We're chasing Stoffel Van Doorn in, of course, the McLaren car, the sister of Fernando Alonso's car. And let's see if we do a move down inside of Stoffel Van Doorn. Yes, we do. That's pretty easy. In fact, a little bit of contact there between us and Stoffel Van Doorn. But anyway, I was 11th place now. And look at the gaggle of cars we've got ahead of us. We've got Leclerc, we've got Hulkenberg, we've got Brendan Hartley. Yes, Brendan Hartley as well. And he's chasing Laurent Grosjean. Yes, Laurent Grosjean. Let's see if we can get past some of these cars. I think some of them still haven't made their pit stops. Yes, Leclerc's still on the ultra soft tyre, so he's going to come in for a pit stop. So let's see if we can get past him, or is he going to come in right now for his stop? And let's have a look. I think, no, he was about to peel off, I do believe, but one of the other cars has peeled off. As we come around the corner now to start lap 6, let's see if we can get any traction on these cars ahead. And some cars have come in fact, yes, so we've made up some more positions, up into 6th place already for Hookster. Look at this, from last place, he does a dive bomb move then inside of Charles Leclerc and just slots in beautifully there between Charles Leclerc and Nico Hulkenberg. That was a beautiful move, up into 5th place now, and still chasing Hulkenberg. As we saw it forward lap 6, still chasing Hulkenberg. We've got Brendan Hartley once again in front of him. Look at this, 3 cars in a line. What's going to happen? Yes, 2 of them peel off into the pits. So that means once again we are stuck behind Brendan Hartley. So no, stop it now. You can only do it once per episode. Okay then, lap 7. Going past the pits, the car in, I think that's Lulu. I think it's Lewis. Yes, it is. It's Lewis Hamilton. And we've got up into 2nd place. We're just behind Brendan Hartley. But Brendan Hartley's still on the ultra soft tyres. So that means he's got to come in for a pit stop. So that means we are going to take over the lead of this Grand Prix from last position. After having a horrifying crash into turn 1 from last place, we are going to go up into the lead of this race. Wowzers. I cannot believe it. So there he goes. Brendan Hartley peels off into the pits on lap 7. We go past and we go up into the lead of this championship. Well, there's an old saying that goes around here that says that he never gives up and he never surrenders. Don't you know, don't you know? And he's up into the lead of this race from last position. But as I said, thankfully it wasn't too bad all that time that we lost because the safety car was going around. Hamilton, though, is right up our Keith Nadel's in 2nd place of accelerating forward at lap 8, still holding on to 1st place at the moment, but Hamilton's looking like an angry wasp right behind us, trying desperately to get past us. He knows he's going to lose more points in this World Championship if he doesn't try and get past. But oh, bloody hell, oh, what's going on? Hookster almost binned it there, and it's on lap 8 now, and we've just heard over the radio that the gearbox is fried. The gearbox is losing gears. Oh no, I don't believe it. Not from the lead of the race, and Lewis Hamilton is trying to get past us. We are trying to defend like crazy, but yes, the gearbox has lost gears. Oh no, oh no, oh no. So we're going to be dropping positions like crazy, already down to 3rd place. Fortunately, the gearbox should sort itself out in about 2 laps. Oh no, he goes for a dive down the inside of both the cars though and gets back into the lead. He's determined to hold on to the lead on lap 8 with Hookster, but can he hold on? Because his gears are just not working at all as Hamilton once again goes past him. Vettel's still up, right up his quiche. Nadel's trying to get past. He's really valiantly holding on, but I don't think he's got any chance now of catching Lewis Hamilton with a broken gearbox at the moment. It's just not going into gears properly whatsoever. It's making a horrible noise. It's about to explode. I do believe it's about to start lap 9 now. Lap 9 just right up the hill, and look at this. We're getting absolutely mullered for the cars behind now. Sebastian Vettel goes past us, so we've lost that position as well, and I don't think we're going to get that back. I really don't, because we just can't with this gearbox in the state that it's in at the moment. So we've dropped down to 3rd position now as we accelerate forward now to lap 10, and the gearbox is still causing problems. It still won't go into gears properly. As we come around the corner, it's a disaster. We're going to get absolutely swamped down this straight, I do believe. Still struggling with these gears. The cars behind now are Valtteri Bottas. Is he going to go for a move behind us? I'm not quite sure at the moment, but we are hanging on anyway. We accelerate forward at lap 11. Now, thankfully, the gearbox has sorted itself out, so we are engaging the gears properly, so we can at least hang on to this 3rd place on lap 12, which is going to be more points. But of course, we've lost a few now to Lewis Hamilton as we accelerate forward at lap 13. Lap 13. I don't think everything is quite right with the gearbox. Hookster is reporting back that the car just feels very odd indeed, and that means I think that the cars behind them. Oh, there's contact there with Valtteri Bottas, and we've lost. Oh, we get tagged from behind. We've lost more positions now, including our teammate, the Honey Badger, so we're down to 7th place. But there is still a fundamental problem with this car at the moment, and we are losing positions hand over fist. Down to 8th place from Sergio Perez, but I think he's going to try and see if he can get that back. And he does a late dive on his teammate. Oh, bloody hell. And he's holding on now to 5th place. Yes, 5th position on lap 13. He's holding on desperately to this race. He really is. The car is not in a fit state, that's to be said, as we're now on the last lap of the race. And oh, he's gone wide in the S's. Yes, these gears are just not engaging properly whatsoever. Once again, the Honey Badger goes past, so he's dropped down to 6th position. But can he hold on to 6th as we're in the last dying seconds of this Grand Prix? And I think he's going to be glad when it's all over. Yes, he's going to be glad when it's over, because this has been quite a disaster. And now Lewis Hamilton has won the race, and the race is now over, as you can see. But hopefully we can cross the line. If the gearbox can just hold itself together for these last few corners, we are going to cross the line in 6th position. So it's definitely a consolidation drive for us in the Red Bull because of our gearbox problems, as we now cross the line in 6th place. Yes, wowzers. Fantastic.
Race over. Take care of the car.
Well, that was quite chaotic, I have to say. That was quite chaotic. Anyway, there you can see there is Toto Wolff, the Terminator. Is your name Sarah Connor? No, it's Simon. Oh, sorry, wrong person. There's Lulu. There's Lulu, who's finished the race on the top step. Yes. Unfortunately, the Hookster didn't because of his gearbox woes. But he still did well to get some points out of that race, considering he ended up in last place behind the safety car. And there he is. Look, he's quite happy. He says, yeah, I did well there. I definitely did well there. So onto the podium now, and there they all are. Look at him. There's Lulu up on the top step. Sebastian Vettel in 2nd place, and Valtteri Bottas in position. And there's Benjamin Daly, Tiamat Marjuk. Yes. Fantastic. So now it's time for the champagne spraying over everyone. Look at it. Go on, lads. Go on. Yeah, get it in there. Get it in there. Fantastic. And there's Toto again. So let's have a look at the scores on the doors. Make sure I remember to do it this time. Yes, so there's the race. 6th place for us, just behind our teammate. And in the standings now, we are... I don't want to press the button. I don't want to press the button. Oh, we've lost some points there. 20 points now ahead of Lewis Hamilton. I think there's still 3 more rounds to go, so it's definitely not over yet, lads. It's definitely not over yet. Oh God. Anyway, as always, thanks so much for watching, everyone. You've been awesome as always. And yes, of course, there will, of course, be more later.